So year two, I'm an introvert. I'm breaking down. I need to talk about my soulmate problem. I just need to express it. Okay. So I appreciate it if you don't chop up this video and you just let it post. Y'all regulate how many views it get. Can we just keep it there? Farm or farm foremost. And I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. I did just post a video and I got a little bit of this clip that's running with it, right? And I'm about to exercise this 4%. And I'm coming hopefully to the end of this 3 hour period of time of this 4%. So I want to talk about one of my soulmate stories, right? Now, once again, I met this person at a BOYB club, a young lady that I thought we had some type of a close friendship anyway. But you know, I kind of respected her because she did some brave things for me in the time that I needed some help or some security in my life. So I kind of really appreciated and was grateful for her actions and everything. So we have been knowing each other since we was like 15 years old. We both had our kids in the same year. I mean, we was kind of close for a while. So like I said, I went with her and we went to this club and I met this guy. And at the time, I was in the mood. I said, you know what? Never in my whole life, everybody always called me a whore, because some people that's around me, I'm just gonna leave it out. Anybody could say things about anybody, but many people could bleed things whether they meet the person or not, and rumors spread. So I wanted to challenge myself. I've been on my spiritual journey, of course, in 2015. Now I'm 10 years in, so I'm like, okay, well, I was entertaining the radical side while I was going through philosophy school of learning Jesus had this radical side. So I'm like, yo, I never had a one night stand from a club. I'm gonna have this one night stand real quick. And I went in there just to chill. The environment was a little bit different. And so it was this guy. We sat at his table. It's a BOYB club anyway. So we sat at his table and stuff. And, his energy felt awkward, but at the same time, I was still rebellious on what is spiritual transformation I was going through, even though I was 10 years in. So, anywho, he ended up being the one. And I told him, I said, look, you only the one because you cop block. So then he kind of automatically turned me off because he started talking about another woman. He was like, you know that lady that was sitting at the table, such and such? Me and her had kicked it one time and she was there telling me to get her my watch. And I looked at him and I was like, what the fuck you telling me that for? In my brain. But it was unattractive, first of all. Because at the same time, I'm like, without really coming out and telling him, I say, oh no, he might be the right one to have one night stand with. He already calling me a trick. If I ain't mistaken, that's what we're doing. So the first night was very funny. Uh, he was very narcissistic in his sheets. Like he came out and he was inside of me. He was like, "You got a big vagina." I was like, "Ooh." I say, "That's why you like it right now so much, 'cause your little pee-wee is so little you could feel my walls." So believe it or not, he never went nowhere after that time, right? Because here I am, 2025, 10 years later, right? Well, 9 years later, right? Because all this happened in 2016, Easter 2016. So, anyway, I was going to school for philosophy, right? This is when really I came in contact with twin flames and how this is the new age language for soulmates and everything. Yeah, my philosophy school taught me all about that. So me and him had a conversation because I had a vision. And I was trying to tell, tried starting off like maybe I'm gonna scare this dude if I explain, I'm going through something right now. I'm trying to define myself, you know what I'm saying? And I just did something very radical, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really expecting too much. I just was trying to be radical. I'm I'm going through something, you know what I'm saying? So I was sitting there going to him and I was like telling him, how weird I am and all of that. So he was like, I'm a little weird too. I say, but, I just had a weird dream about you too. He say, so what do we do? I said, what you mean what we do? He said, what do we do? Do we be together now? I said, oh, so you believe in the soulmate stuff. And he was like, yeah. I said, oh no, not by the visions I saw. I can't be that type of woman you want. Oh man, I was like, oh no. I'm just going purity off the visions that I saw. I'm like, what, ooh, ooh. No, I cannot be that woman. For real. That right there. No, no. Oh no. No, 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 no. We don't be together. No, no, no. I got a choice in it? Oh no, no, no. Not by those visions. No, and I told you, I got problems. So, nevertheless, I can say on this spiritual part of it, as much as I used to try to pull away, the universe used to have me stuck up inside of there. Uh, he is the one who introduced the Yoruba transitions, traditions, and began my guidance. Um, some of it I really didn't listen to. Like one time he told me about the book about the Baba Wala, and he didn't tell me what it was all about. And I didn't go on Google and everything and look it up. But when I got to the place that did have the book, I said, "Oh my God, if we ain't talking about some narcissistic aspects here." So we discussed a lot about the Orisha, red pills, buku huram. Matter of fact, I even told him we were sitting here looking at um the Marvel comic jank with Thor and everybody. The last one they made with Avengers. We was looking at one of the Avengers. That's what it was. We was looking at the Avengers, and during that time of looking at the Avengers, yeah, I did tell him that him and his people need to go ahead and leave, cause like I'm coming from an educational point of view, and it's like on the continent of Africa, y'all wars is among y'all countries. Y'all used to having wars with black people. Y'all not from this country. You only going to come in here and feel like your war is against the United States. That's easily done. The only flip side to it, like I told him, I guess you do have it an advantage because so many United States African Americans really just started praising from coming to the continent. And me personally, I felt like for some of their traditions, that's really fucked up to take to kind of fuck with your own people. Like that shit disrespectful. So, when it comes to it, I resonate with Oye. I get along with some of the other ones. I don't think Oye and Oshun, even though I'm like, why Oshun and Oye can't never get along. Even if it was in this time frame, why they just can't finally get along? History could be history, right? But I know he told me, he was like, no, you. I mean, he told me a lot. It was like it's already in your blood. He said you can't escape it. But then he tried to convince me also that the gods was too evil. So I felt like he was too evil because he told me his grandmother was a head of like one of the Baba Wallets. I forgot the name for the female one, but she was one of those head people. And he was like, I hope she ain't hell. I said, damn, that's fucked up. I don't know if you saying that in a good way or bad way, but it sound kind of fucked up the way he said it. And he was like, it was wrong what she did. You know, I made my mom and them took me behind her back and did a generational curse. Everybody don't want to be part of all of that and woo woo woo. You know, he tried to convince me what he was here for, but really I don't believe it. I really don't like her. And you know I don't like her. I call him a perverted coward. That's what he is to me. You know what I'm saying? He told me he like Oshun, and some of my stories of Oshun come from him. Like Oshun really catered to him and brought him a lot of women, and that shit crazy. It's crazy because women argue and fight right now all up in the world, and I be looking at him and be like, "You just don't care." He tell me all the time he don't care. I didn't talk to other people. I just said, oh, this spiritual journey with him lately, it has been really irritating. You know, somebody that has, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not even a God-like mindset because, yeah, I mean, to be in the omnipresence, to be part of the universe itself, whether we give characteristics to whatever, whatever, just in the empathic ability to be sitting in it. It is a thing of those things doesn't matter per se. Is those things is what designed to be free will. Is what give people the authority to decide on what's right or wrong. So you really don't interfere in some of that. You know, he laugh all the time because he say you such a fighter. You fight. You're gonna continue to fight me all the way. You know, this video is part of that fight. Cause yeah, I'm gonna have to fight you all the way. I really am. It's crazy to be on a celibate journey. And he mad that I'm celibate. Because I told him like this is the 2000s. If something is up in my blood, the riches that come my way is the riches that come my way. And me being celibate is one part of Oshun going to the moon. Now, I ain't saying I'm a perfect person on this path or I stay on it, cause nah, I don't. I really sometimes only go narrow minded like this when it's really his energy and I just need to talk it out and I'm just in a narrow minded frame, but I'm all over the place. Like I love a lot of warrior goddesses. I am in so many different cultures of love. And those decorations is all in my house from every culture. Even the music I listen to is very different. And that's just me. Now for him, he's just in the one and he ain't even barely into that. But this shit is just annoying because I shouldn't like you gotta battle. And like I had put up here with these sextiles, like that North Node with Pluto right now, this part of this energy here, like it be so annoying with him because they play off of his guilt. And in a human reality form, he's so headstrong. He act like he never feel bad about nothing. He act like he never regret nothing. Is he have very limited regrets on everything. Whatever he do is because he earned it. It is his. He put his work in. He just have one of those headstrong type of attitudes. And when these fucking sextiles kick in like this, man, this motherfucker is literally fighting spiritually. I gotta stand my ground because he holds no regrets. And it'll be energy of females. I ain't saying that they don't need it, but stand your ground. Do your history. Research stuff. Start being careful on who you encounter and how you encounter them. Like, for some reason, I switched over. I mean, I was born with inclinations and seeing things, but I don't recall being born this sensitive. Let me say it that way. Um, I had different little mental or whether they call them educational handicaps and stuff, had to be in different classes. But anyway, I feel very different. And of course I'm aging. So I give majority of that to aging. But I'm just saying, y'all gotta be careful. Cause right now, like, people in this world is in their ways. I have a soulmate energy I'm fighting because he in his ways. I didn't have some like I mean, I guess I can't knock it. He's homegrown from the continent of Africa. He homegrown, so why wouldn't he feel that entitlement to bring those traditions? Like, and I don't even really try to knock him on his traditions. I just try to tell him to things, consider the ripple effect. And some things are just too heartless. Like it makes no sense. It makes no sense to put in effort of how you of the style that you love because in its own way it's a loving type of style, right? How to for me it's just so confusing of like love. Where where does this love boundary actually go? Because you don't take what you dish out because I gave you what you dished out. And yeah, I became celibate shortly after me and him, but I wanted to do that for myself. Now, he was like part of help breaking the camel back. It was like, okay, you just ran into a whole situation. You went to school for philosophy that was telling you about twin flames. You sitting here, you online, you hearing people talk about comet twin flames and all of this. I'm like, okay, but I believe in soulmates. I ain't saying twin flames don't exist. But what I'm saying is, I won't out looking for my soulmate neither. Uh, you know, and the fact that he did a generational curse, the fact that my mom did a generational curse, and like I told him, how the fuck did we still meet each other? Like, he is the reason why I don't believe in generational curses. Because he came in my life, like, dude, what is you here for? How did you even get here if you did a generational curse? And he could never answer those questions for me. So I really, and the fact he couldn't answer them, and both people had two different intentions on the generational curse. I was just, the way that I look at it is I was like part of the destiny in their path line, but I still got affected. Like, that's amazing. So I realized that I'm playing too much. Like, some of this shit is really live real. Like, I might not like him, but I need to pay attention to some of the stuff he's saying. He's saying it's in my blood. If it's in my blood, then I can't outrun my mind. So I get tired of people always trying to say, you gotta be the bad guy. Look, I appreciate all the help on all the platforms. I'm not gonna get dogged the fuck out, but I appreciate all the help. And maybe sometimes when it comes to my soulmate, he got motherfucking ways that bother me and I appear to be heartless. Maybe I reflect that shit too, especially since I met him before I started doing these videos. He watched me transition. He seen me cry. I never forget when he seen me cry in my transition. And he looked at me and he was like, wow, you crying. He witnessed my transition now. So I can't deny on stories like your soulmates come in your life, can really do some things. No, I really can't deny that part. But what I can do is say we don't have to be together. We might always have some type of connection that goes on between us, whether it's good or bad. And I guess because of the way that the world is, I don't know. I have plenty of memories, visions, or whatever to call it, of what things once was, but I only been living this one lifetime, so I'm not even really arrogant or be like claiming a whole lot. Cause for real, I'm really nervous on claiming a whole lot from the past. I just wait for it to manifest on like these sextile moments that's going here. See, that's that Mars and Cancer. You know what I'm saying? And I believe is could be round in the first house. And my first house is a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? But my Mars is a Scorpio. And plus, like I said, I posted that when I do my videos, it is also to help me, not just help other people. It might not explain all the techniques that I'm using. I'll go into a lot of detail because as that 4% is there, I'm not busting a lot of energy for little views. But I'm going to get enough accomplished that I have created a crystal ball within inside of myself, and I could make conscious and decisions on things that's about to come my way because I'm talking it out, you know, instead of having the gift of scribing and writing it down. My gift of scribing in the 2000s is with my mouth, right? And so sometimes it's very frustrating. Like, people always want to try to tell somebody how a gift work or how this work. I don't know about how everything work. I figured I like some of the basics that's going on right now, some of those basics. But a lot of these things overlap each other. And this world is very scary right now with people that have gifts. Like it's real scary. But he really is irritating me. Because there's a twin story that's also involved up in there. And I just recently got a book to try to study a little bit. And it's kind of unique how these two were supposed to be generational. The twins is almost like generational curse breakers. Like one of them follow the ones that need to kill the generation, and the other one follow the ones that's supposed to bring in the generation. There's some real weird ass shit. So it's like living in the current time is creating your whole new story. And it's like I'm not gonna be able to tell my whole story. I'm pretty sure of that. And I think that's why a lot of people's stories, whoever we research or study up, is so obscured in many ways, whether it's by language barrel or paper production, skipper chapters, or whatever it might be. It's always something. I needed to really woosah because it really irritated me. I don't think no part of any spiritual journey is easy. But when I come up here to do my videos, it's because my journey ain't been easy. So I talk to people once again with the same respect of giving you enough to try to make it. Hope that you know what's going on. Because I know for me, I want the best thing in the world to really like go through this soulmate journey with him. Neither one of my soulmates, like my soulmates was lessons, heavy fucking serious lessons in my life. Shit that can knock you the fuck off real hard in your life lessons. To me, anyway, because it would have been that way if I didn't start believing a little bit. The more I believe, the more stronger I got with it. Like I said, he do know how to remind me that I fight him all the way. And I am. And I told him like he shouldn't even respect nothing less. What he should have did was try to get to know the person he was with. He should have tried to pay attention, but because his mentality won't there, it doesn't mean that I didn't have to have my mentality there. And my mental health meant a lot to me. And the one thing that we had in common that was the strongest thing between us, neither one of us wanted a relationship. That was the strongest energy right there. And the reason why I say it because long as I stood in that realm right there, my spirit guides never left my back, even though, a little bit of me actually being with them was because they told me right there. And I had to, just to hear your spirit guides tell you, and I had to tell myself, like, what had me go through the process with him of really, like, having a sexual thing with him for real, was like, I really went through sexual trauma. And if it's really setting up in this situation right here, and I would continue to walk through this door as long as you promise me that I don't end up with him. Like my final decision is I don't. You showed me the visions and everything. I don't want it at the end of this. Whatever process need to happen between or whatever need to be cleared because y'all using us to get something accomplished. Okay, cool. But I don't want this relationship. And I think for real, in this process of it, he's really upset to the fact that I told him one ahead of time. Like every time we got together, I was like, don't be happy, okay? This, I'm just a little crazy girl, and it's just something that's supposed to be happening, okay? But I'm telling you, this ain't going nowhere. And it was so many times, like he came, he told me, he said, "You're not gonna convince me that you're not gone off of me. I'm pretty sure you're gone. I'm not that fucking slow." I said, "Okay. You might not give a fuck about this spiritual shit, and you didn't give me whatever heads up that you want, and you told me how you feel, but my guy, I care, and I'm gonna find out at the end of this road." So what I'm trying to say is, they gave me my blessing. It might have happened after you because like I really wasn't trying to be with nobody. I really wanted to take that time out when they made it happen that it was done, and I knew it, that energy was strong. When he even came to me, he was like, the last time he came around, he was like, "Why did I just see blood just splatter everywhere? Like I'm literally scared to come around you." And when he told me that, I said, "Oh my God, they answered my prayer. This is over. This part is over." I said, "You know what? I'm believing. Let me get on my game. Let me take time out to understand. Let me sit back and start meditating. Let me go inside." And I took my classes in philosophy. I put in my input. I still was myself just to get people reactions. It helped fuel me coming up here, doing my videos, whether I was a hot, shitty mess, whether I screamed harder or whatever. All of that has been so much of a beautiful journey for me to get to myself. And whatever myself is whatever myself is. It's like Jelly Roll's song, right? I'm fine with who I am. I'm okay with who I am. I am. I am. And I need him to know that too. Like, my God, I'm fine. But I'm not. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to speak my mind. If you got problems talking, that's on you. But I'm not going to not stand my ground no matter what it is. And just like I told you then, I'm going to tell you now. I'm more scared of my ancestors than I am of you. And the only thing, when you told me you couldn't come, when you saw your vision, whatever way they had to let you know this was a wrap was all right. You probably had to know it that way because you don't care that way. So they had to show you something that the way that you cared about. Like just a few months ago, we just got into a debate. Like he got mad because I had him unblock him. Then we're going into a debate. You cursed me. Curse you how? Like, what is it about you? It's so annoying. Like, what is it about you? First, describe the quality, the trait that I have ever came to you and said that I fucking desired. And I get tired of saying this. Like, I have said this to him like over 4 or 5 times. You still haven't answered that question. Describe the quality and the trait that's worth even hexing, baby. I haven't even found that yet. I'm not gonna waste my time on that. And why would I even want to do it to lessen my power, lessen me as a full grown woman? You trying to convince me that I'm not woman enough to make another man happy, but you still chasing behind me? Make that shit make fucking sense. How the fuck is that even possible? I got to know how to make somebody happy because you damn sure all up in my business. Regardless of whether I'm celibate or not, I can do what I want to do. It don't include you. And I told you ahead of time that when that time you came over here and you want to say, "Oh, I'm ready," you can have all of me, and you wanted that time that you wanted to have the unprotected sex. It's time now. We a year and a half, and you want to take it all off. And I said, I done told you, right? You asking me, am I ready? Are you ready? Huh? Are you ready for the reaction? Because I'm telling you, it's nothing here. They're going to remove you, and I'm going to have my faith. And that be the most annoying thing. Like, you so entitled, but you want to pick and choose how and when the spirituality world should be even interacting with you. Like, that is so fucking weird, my guy. I mean, I understand it, and the only reason I'm able to even recognize it from that point of view is because I was stubborn. I had my stubborn moments, but you don't want to listen to me. And just you just want to pounce on me, and you're not. Like, they knew that was the only way they was going to get the goal accomplished, is because that's the way you want to treat women. You want to treat women as they are a human sexual product that you set the price rate at. You set the boundaries at. They already knew that. Why you mad at me? You should be mad at yourself. I deal with my own self. When I make my mistakes, when I was weak in this spiritual game, I dealt with myself. I didn't go out and say, "Oh, I know, I know that this person just sat here and did this to me. I know it. That's why I keep feeling them. That's why I keep feeling them. Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and just send this energy back." You're a grown fucking man. We both the same fucking age. And the sad part about it, there's nothing I can do to convince you. So that's why I'm sitting here talking to myself on the fucking platform, right? Because I cannot convince him. I can't. There's nothing to convince, man. When they look in your face and be like, "Oh, I know I ain't fooling myself." You come, you take off a condom, you like, "Hey, I'm yours now." I'm like, this motherfucker is really giving himself to me. You fucking serious? Go through with it. Oh my fucking God. You should have felt some fucking kind of way. Cause this little pumpkin pie down here was dried in a motherfucker. It was like, God damn, then you told me, do you realize that we in 4th of July, you should have threw this pumpkin away? Huh? That motherfucker ain't even react. Like, y'all motherfucking men act like y'all don't know what y'all around this motherfucker doing all this shit and act like y'all don't know a woman's body language. I did not try to hide that nail body language. I just went through the fucking process. That's all I did. And then you want to be all in my blessings. Get out of my blessings. Just get out the way. Like, gone. Anyway, he told me to my face, he was like, "I like Oshun better anyway." I say, "So I don't give a fuck. That shit didn't hurt my feelings. Now, what would hurt my feelings is like Oshun actually go, Oshun and Oye rival really come upon. Now that shit gonna hurt my feelings, cause like my girl, you gonna tell me we can't have no kind of conversation at all here? Every time something go wrong, it gotta be my fault. Like both of y'all know about the head people. Y'all more homegrown than I am. I come from the United States. I don't even hardly know everything to be true. I was just listening to my ancestors that's guiding me. That's it. I'm acting like Harriet Tubman. I just had that knock on the head, and I just was just a going. I just a went. That's all. Just was trying to find itself. Isa didn't want no problems. Like, damn, where's the female power here? Like, he ain't even that serious on the product. Gracious. Like, it's too many toys. Do you know I could buy any size? Like, I could have any size, any feeling that I want. Do you understand that the suction cup could really hold up to a certain degree? But not only that, it's different ways you can move. Like, do you know the different ways you could pour lubrication on your own body, baby? Knowing yourself first is outstanding. The Scorpio is real. Do you hear me? I ain't got time for no beef. Ain't nobody correct no one. Well, let's say we could have started off with one man, one woman, but those people started multiplying. We multiplied for a reason. I'm not trying to have the whole world in my shit. I'm not trying to have the whole world in my shit. Like, I'm not that person. Like, oh my God. I understand. I saw the little series of American God. Like, that shit sexy as hell, the way that they had that old shown. Like, hey, that power was power. You know what I'm saying? That jank was like Friday. And we was talking about that barbecue sauce. That shit'll make it smack your mama. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that. I ain't trying to live that life. It's sexy, that's fine. But no, I'm too into the 1974 right now. Okay, I'm not into the television and the books and the fiction world like that. I'm just too 1974. So I'm just saying, I don't want the fucking problems, but I'm going to stand up for myself. You understand? I always had this my whole life. Everybody that know me, they know it. Like, even one of my homegirls, she went to my husband, I thought we was cool for real, and to this day. And she met my husband behind my back and told my husband that I had plans to cheat on him. He just wanted to make a deal with her to pay me back. And the only reason I found out she met with my husband was because her husband told me. Now, ain't that some fucking karma, right? And I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna go over there and I had some choice words. And in the midst of it, she was like, I thought we made the promise that no man would ever interfere. Like, can I get somebody to honor that promise? Like, we all grown. We know what we want. We trying to figure out what we want. We even trying to find our own selves. I don't even know when that ever stopped. Cause we always maturing. So learning the new things you just start didn't like or a new body ache, all of those things is highly important to me. So I'm saying, sir, right? Check with the ancestors and leave me out of it for the last time. I made a video that you probably won't even see. But I hope you feel the vibration. And I hope this video represent my honor to the ancestors. Check in with them and leave me out of it. I don't wish no harm but your lessons to be learned the way that they should be. Okay? I'm not interfering in your free will, and that's why I say it. Whatever's supposed to be there for you is supposed to be there for you in whatever way it's supposed to be there for you. But I know that they granted me my wish for my duty, Judy, my duty, whatever. And I haven't even asked them what was the purpose for real that we had to have sex. So I didn't. Maybe after this video now, and I think I felt your energy. I'm gonna meditate and figure out why we did have to have it, but I never even pondered. I just was so happy it had ended, and I just really wanted to focus on myself, and I didn't think that part was more important than focusing on myself. But now that I got myself together, maybe that's a question that maybe you had, and maybe I'll work on meditating and seeing what's up with it. Now I'm gone. I didn't talk. Thank you, you too.